Hello, Rise of Reptar here today, going to teach you another creation. Today I will be showing you how to make the double shot cannon in Minecraft. Just let me load up this world. And this is our guest star today, Lindsay Lohan. Say hello, Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay. Hello. Hello. Just kidding, this is our guest star, Milkshake. And let's say we start this thing. Milkshake. She likes the idea. Alright, first of all, here's on the bottom toolbar is a list of things you will need. You're gonna need 48 building blocks. This doesn't have to be wool, this doesn't have to be obsidian. This thing isn't gonna blow up on you if you do it properly. You're gonna need 2 water buckets or just 1 bucket and just fill it up with water twice. You're gonna need 2 slabs. This doesn't have to be stone, you could use any type of slab. You're gonna need 24 redstone, 16 redstone repeaters, 2 buttons. You can use 1, you can use a switch, you could use a pressure plate, but you're gonna want preferably buttons. You could use 2, 1, or even up to 4, and you're gonna want TNT to use this thing. Okay, so let me put it on game mode 0 so you can see me using up these blocks. Step 1, we're gonna make the layout. I put this here just as a reminder for me. You do not need this in your building, so you're gonna want to lay the back 1, 2, 3, 4 of your building blocks. Then you're gonna want to go 10 out and 10 out that way, including this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, that's 10 wide. You're gonna do the same thing to this side, and now you're gonna bring it 2 out, and you're gonna make kind of a staircase here. You're gonna do the same thing to the other side, and now you're gonna give it a space of 2 right here, and then you're gonna come out 2, and you're just gonna connect these sides, and you're gonna do that same thing to this other side, to the right side, and you're gonna close it off. I'll show you what we'll be using these for later in the video, and the last step probably. Okay, so going on to step 2, you're gonna add the water. Here's where the 2 water buckets come into play. You're gonna place 1 on this corner, and then you're gonna place 1 right there on this corner. And water naturally flows 8 blocks, so it's not gonna flow out of this contraption we just made, these layout borders. There's gonna be a space of 2, and this is what our next step is gonna be. Step 3, launch pad. That's these 2 spaces right here. We're gonna use the stone slabs, and that's gonna be our launch pad. The TNT is gonna fall onto this, and we're gonna launch it out. So moving on to the next step. Step 4, wiring the ignition. This is basically the TNT in this water that's going to be ignited to use as launch power for the ammo we're launching. You're going to lay 4 redstone right here all along this back, followed by a repeater set to 1 tick. Repeater set to 1 tick right here too. You don't touch these throughout this whole design. And then you're going to lay out redstone all the way up to this last brick right here, because it's going to power all this TNT, and these 2 don't need to be powered because you're not supposed to place anything in there. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side, and that's it. That's how you wire ignition. So step 5, wiring the ammo igniter. And this is basically with your redstone repeater, you're going to off branch right here, this little spot, and then you're gonna follow it by redstone, and then repeaters all the way down besides this last one right here. You don't want to put anything on this last one besides redstone, and then trail it up to here. Do not place redstone up here, it's not necessary. It will still work, but the purpose of doing it this way is the redstone powers this entire block, as otherwise it would bypass right here and then power on top. Either way would work, but for this we're going to conserve 2 redstone and do it this way. You're going to do the same thing to this other side. A row of repeaters and then redstone. So we've used up our repeaters and redstone and slabs and our building blocks. So what's step 6? Activation and timing. This, we're gonna put your buttons. That's what's gonna activate this whole mechanism. See? But right now, see how fast that travels? We gotta change the tick timing to this. So our ammo TNT right there that we want to launch out would ignite later than these would. So I prefer to set them to 4 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them. You don't have to do this. You could put some at 3. You could put some at 2. But 4 would work great for whatever you're trying to use. Once again, these are not toyed with, but these are. These you could change. So I'm gonna set them all to 4 really quick, and there you go. That's pretty much it. So how are you liking this, Lindsay? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, milkshake. How you liking this milkshake? Ready to start this? Come on, don't be a shy girl. Let's start this. Alright. She's being a little stubborn cow. And step 7, double trouble. This is what you all came to see. Okay, before we go on to that, I'm going to show you these spacings were for chests and crafting tables. And the reason I do this is because if you're not on creative mode, TNT cannons take a lot of resources. So you could stack these up with TNT. If somebody messes around with it, it steals your redstone or something. You got extra redstone repeaters. You have redstone. You have buttons. On the other side, you could place your armor, your weapons, and even more TNT, because you're gonna need a lot of TNT. So let me just change this to creative mode so I could show you what this thing does. You're gonna put your ammo up here on these 2 blocks and then wire it up. It's already all set up right there, and see what it does. Wow, okay, so not quite sure where that went. Oh, there you go. Hit right there. This double shot cannon is basically to cover a range, because one shoots out to the left, one shoots out to the right, and it's basically to do lots of damage. Instead of using your one traditional TNT, you have 2 now. They're shooting out really far. So we're just gonna put less TNT to power it up, and we'll see how that does. You don't have to keep them even. Also on this, you could place it like that, but just mess with it, get used to how this works, and see if you could actually control this. There you go. Out there, okay. So we're doing pretty good. But here's one of the amazing things. In the previous video, I brought you a single shot cannon, and now this is two shots in one. But what you also can do is just put 1 TNT. This would also fire just a single TNT. And what you do is you power up the rest of it to your liking, and you fire away and see how this does. Falls all the way out there. That was pretty straight. It's not always going to come out straight, but it's all up to luck and how you position all your TNT. See how that does? Either button would work. It doesn't matter which one you press, really.
So this is getting some pretty good hits. For the sake of this video and the length of it, I'm just gonna probably call it quits after this shot. But this is your double shot TNT cannon.
So yeah, that was a double shot TNT cannon, milkshake approved, and I'll bring you another video sooner or later, but until then, game on.